What if one woman could challenge the greatest empire in history, rule one of the richest kingdoms in the ancient world, and still be remembered over 2,000 years later? Today, we tell the true life story of Cleopatra, the last queen of ancient Egypt. A woman often misunderstood, but far more powerful than legend suggests. This is not just a story of beauty. This is a story of intelligence, ambition, politics, love, and power. Chapter 1. Birth of a Queen. Cleopatra VII Philopator was born in 69 BC in the city of Alexandria, Egypt. She belonged to the Ptolemaic dynasty, a Greek family that ruled Egypt after the death of Alexander the Great. Although she ruled Egypt, Cleopatra was not ethnically Egyptian. Her family spoke Greek and followed Greek traditions. However, Cleopatra was different from her ancestors. She learned the Egyptian language, respected Egyptian culture, and presented herself as the living goddess Isis. This helped her gain the loyalty of the Egyptian people. From a young age, Cleopatra showed signs of brilliance. She was highly educated, fluent in several languages, and deeply interested in politics. Chapter 2. A Dangerous Path to the Throne. At just 18 years old, Cleopatra became queen after the death of her father, Ptolemy XII. According to tradition, she had to rule alongside her younger brother, Ptolemy XIII, whom she also married. But power was never shared easily. Soon, conflict broke out between Cleopatra and her brother's advisors. Cleopatra was forced into exile, and her brother took control of the throne. Many thought her story had ended. They were wrong. Chapter 3. Cleopatra and Julius Caesar. At the same time, Rome, the most powerful empire in the world, was involved in Egypt's affairs. One Roman leader stood above the rest, Julius Caesar. Cleopatra knew that Rome's support could help her regain her throne. According to legend, she had herself smuggled into Caesar's palace wrapped in a carpet. Whether true or not, one thing is certain. Cleopatra impressed Caesar with her intelligence, confidence, and political skill. With Caesar's military support, Cleopatra defeated her brother. Ptolemy XIII died, and Cleopatra was restored as Queen of Egypt. She later gave birth to a son named Caesarion, believed to be Caesar's child. Cleopatra had secured her power, but at a great cost. Egypt was now closely tied to Rome. Chapter 4. Power, Politics, and Survival. Cleopatra ruled Egypt wisely. She stabilized the economy, improved trade, and reduced famine. Under her leadership, Egypt remained wealthy and influential. However, her position was always fragile. When Julius Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC, Cleopatra lost her greatest protector. Rome fell into chaos, and new leaders fought for control. One of them was Mark Antony, a powerful Roman general. Cleopatra knew what was at stake. Chapter 5. Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Cleopatra met Mark Antony in 41 BC. Their relationship was both romantic and political. Together they formed a powerful alliance. Cleopatra provided wealth and resources. Antony provided military strength. They had 3 children together and ruled much of the eastern Mediterranean. But their alliance angered Rome, especially Octavian, Caesar's adopted son and future Emperor Augustus. Octavian painted Cleopatra as a dangerous foreign queen who had corrupted a Roman hero. Rome was preparing for war. Chapter 6. The Fall, Battle of Actium. In 31 BC, everything changed. Cleopatra and Mark Antony faced Octavian's forces at the Battle of Actium, a massive naval battle. They were defeated. Antony's army collapsed. Cleopatra fled back to Egypt. Their power was broken. As Octavian marched toward Alexandria, Antony, believing Cleopatra was dead, took his own life. Cleopatra was now alone. Chapter 7. The Death of Cleopatra. Octavian intended to capture Cleopatra alive and parade her through Rome as a symbol of victory. Cleopatra refused to be humiliated. In 30 BC, at the age of 39, Cleopatra died, most likely by poison, traditionally believed to be from an asp, though historians still debate the method. With her death, ancient Egypt came to an end. Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire. Chapter 8. Truth versus Myth. Cleopatra is often remembered as a seductress, but history tells a deeper story. She was a skilled politician, a brilliant strategist, a powerful leader, one of the most educated women of her time. Her relationships with Caesar and Antony were not just about love. They were acts of survival in a world dominated by men and empires. Cleopatra did not lose because she was weak. She lost because she stood against Rome. Conclusion. Legacy. Cleopatra's legacy has lasted for over 2,000 years. She has inspired books, movies, art, songs, legends. She was the last pharaoh of Egypt, the final symbol of an ancient civilization. Cleopatra's life reminds us of one powerful truth. Intelligence can challenge empires, but even the strongest minds must face history. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, subscribe for more true history told simply, and comment below. Was Cleopatra a hero, a villain, or a survivor? See you in the next story.